So, Tiwari sir, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Sir, so can we start now?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir. I'm here.
Okay.
Just trying
Okay,
to
sir.
open
Thank
my
you
camera,
so
sir. It's not opening. I'm
so
trying to find out whether why it is not opening. I'm just trying it to find out.
Okay.
yeah.
So,
Please
dear
wait. Please
friends,
wait.
today we are going to start this presentation session now. And the evaluator, our guest is Professor R.C. Tiwari. He is senior professor in Mizoram University. He is former head Department of Physics, former dean, and right now he is deputy director of HRDC. Now it is called MMTTC. So we requested him to be here for evaluation purpose, and he agreed. So thank you, sir, for sparing your time for this long thing. And there are all participants. One link I have shared, document I have shared for the list of all participants, and we are going to follow more or less same order. So Professor Tiwari will be the chairing this session, and he will be taking care of all those things. So if anything is there, you may directly contact him. So, sir, Professor Tiwari, sir, you may take over now, sir.
Uh, Thank you so much, sir, for giving me this opportunity to interact with the participants and to see the presentation. And I'll be doing it as you have already shared the list. So if the serial number from the participants will be enough because other things are with me. So no problem. From there, we will go ahead. And you have already instructed them that we will go as per your instruction regarding the presentation time and all. So no problem. So yeah, sometimes I may not be using video because of sometimes problems are there in power or something. But uh, otherwise, it is quite okay. Things are fine. We'll go ahead. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So can I go ahead now, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. So, dear participants, a very warm welcome to the today's session where you are going to make PowerPoint presentation. And when you are making presentation, please let me know your serial number. Then it will be easy to do things for me. And the serial number, as our coordinator, Professor Bharten Singh sir, has already posted in the group, the same serial number you can just follow. And serial wise, your name and serial number, and then you make presentation as the coordinator has already instructed you, 5 to 6 minutes. So not more than 6 minutes. So please go ahead. The one who is going to present, please tell your name and serial number. Please go ahead.
So, am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir. Serial number 1.
Yes.
Please, sir.
Yes.
Just one request, sir, because I'm unable to open my camera actually. Is it important, sir? Because I'm unable. If you give me some instructions, because I'm not getting it, getting on it.
No problem. If your camera is not working, not an issue. Which serial
Otherwise,
number you are?
sir, first number, Satish Chandra Tiwari.
Okay. So you may start. It's okay.
Okay.
No
Okay.
problem.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
will
Please
share my
go
screen,
ahead.
sir.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, so my screen is visible, sir.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And obviously, I have chosen a very macro topic because you have given very limited time. So resources for startups. Right. This is the topic for today. And so, as you know, that India is what is happening in India. Everybody is knowing that startup is everywhere. Either it is a small village or a big metro or three-tier cities. Everywhere, startup is growing like anything. So now India has become a home for largest startup ecosystem in the world. I mean, you can say it's in third after just trailing after behind the United States or China. So as on 2023, we see that around 60,000 startups grown in India, and other figure is also there, but I'll discuss in later on. And as far as concern of startup in unicorn form, where the unicorn definitions everybody knows that it's around $1 billion valuations. So India reported 108 unicorn in form of startups, and including very big name like Oyo, Swiggy, Boat, Cred, Pharmacy. This pharma sectors, Ola, many MzU. Everybody knows that these names are very familiar, and these are the startups. Their valuation is 1 billion around. So what is happening? These startups are getting funding also, and this funding is around 42 billions. So you can see that how what is happening in India, particularly in last 10 years. India is demonstrating a tremendous growth in terms of startups, right? And this startups is not just because limited to only one sector, like either in the agriculture where we are dominating, or IT sectors. India is well known for that. No, it is diversified. The Indian startups ecosystem is diversified in spanning in various sectors, like fintech, health tech, agri tech, everywhere. So these are certain things we must know that, and the most important thing that these startups have created 1.3 million employment in the year 2023, and government has also taken so many initiatives to make in India, Skill India, then Startup India, then Atal Innovation Missions. A lot of things has happened. This is the fair picture of one side of startups in India. But as per the report, Track Action has given a report. It's a private kind of, this agency, and this has reported that in India, 34,848 startups, they were the dead pooled startups, and they stood, they ended actually. They shut down. So this is the another part. And Indian government reports also accepted that more than 30,000 startups shut down out of 1 lakh. So this is another picture. So what is happening? We must know that when startup is coming, right from the beginning, you see very sparking point, when they start growing, what kind of things they should be careful about, what should be, they should incorporate while growing or while, emerging to larger. Many, this is the sorry state of affairs that many startups are, dying. So there are certain kind of my presentation is just focus on these three, 4 points, 4, 5 points to what should be there when you go for the startup. So first thing is that you must have a advanced knowledge or the very good knowledge of businesses, right? So these businesses will provide you different kind of knowledge, your different kind of analysis, different kind of things in your mind, what should do or what should not do, right? So without taking time, I can tell that these leadership quality, management means planning to do the work or getting the work done through the others. Entrepreneurship, which is having a lot of traits, risk taking, leadership already mentioned there, strategic kind of thinking, problem solving of capabilities. These kind of things should be learned from the proper course, right? So one should go with these courses, and they should learn that how leadership or management or entrepreneurship kind of things will help them out to make a successful this one on startups. Another thing is mentor. A good mentor is always required. We have seen. Practically, I'm telling you that is start. You see, it goes. We have been watching Shark Tank India, where we have seen that how the participant like Aman Gupta or others people, Piyush Bansal, they were not only funding, they were providing the mentoring as well. So a good kind of mentors, experienced kind of mentors are very much required. Their experience, their growth mindset, their mentoring approach will help out the startup to grow in a right direction with the right kind of advices. So this is what industry publications are very important. This thing is very important nowadays. Our business environment is turning very techno friendly, right? So these are certain kind of thing where tech turns entrepreneurs, because idea the industry publications is very important, right? So Seeing both, it means different kind of cases, different kind of success story will help you out, and we have to we will learn that how to grow our startup and give a proper direction. Apart from that, ideation tools is talking about what value additions you can have in your product, which is very much needed to survive in the market, right? So what is happening, these ideation tools means sparking the ideas, and to help out the innovations kind of things, right? So what is happening? These are certain kind of things I mentioned here, that lucid chart, Miro, or mind misters. These kind of technology will help you out to think in a innovative way. Apart from that, is very important. Everybody knows that lifeblood, business have a lifeblood, and this lifeblood is what? It's monetary funding. Without monetary, you can't do anything, right? So what is happening nowadays? We were talking about venture capital firms. VCs are there. So when we go for the VCs, we have certain kind of because taking funding is not a good it's not a big deal, right? Taking a right funding is very important. So when we go for the venture capitalist as firms, these firms provide funding to the risky firms where the potential is very high. So they choose this kind of firms, right? So what is happening when you go for the venture capital firms? You have to see that the alignment. Alignment means they are satisfying your needs and they are understanding you. So your alignment with the required, I mean, the financer and those who are taking the finance, they must align on the same way, right? Then expertise. We have to see that VCs experience means what are their expertise, because VCs are also in different kind. Different kind in the sense, some VCs are providing to tech companies, some VCs are providing to the FMCGs. So they are categorized, right? So their expertise is very important. Their track record is very important. Their service record is very important. And most important is terms and conditions. Means the cost of equity or the cost of the capital they are providing you. Maybe you might be getting some expensive 1% or 0.5% or 0.25% expensive capital. But maybe,
Dr. Satish,
yes, sir.
hello. Yeah, try to sum up, please.
Yeah, sir. So I just tell that when you go for the venture capital firms, you must have all these kind of things like alignment, expertise, services, or terms and conditions. You must be very careful towards that. So that's all, and thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much
Okay.
for giving me these opportunities.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Satish. One question from you.
Yes, sir.
In our university system or in college system, in academics,
Yes, sir.
what should be done to encourage students to think about the startup? How to encourage them?
Yes, sir. Nowadays, what is happening in even in our university also? What is happening? Incubation centers are there. Incubation centers are there where we are trying to cope up with a very nice initiative and a very practical examination, sir. What we are doing, we are catching the certain kind of these peoples who are giving the funding. My government is also taking initiative. So these guys are coming to us, and we are promoting our students who are having the entrepreneurship kind of this one. So like in my MCOM students, they have invented some dhupam kind of thing, sir. Vestige say they have just a minute, save. They are using Vestige, and they are making some innovative products, and they are getting the fund as well. So
Okay.
incubation center is a one good initiative, sir, taken. And
Okay,
second
Dr.
thing,
Satish.
sir, sorry, sir, last. Second thing,
Yeah,
sir,
because there are
are
many
this kind of
presenters.
things, like, the papers. So we have to have a very good interaction with the industry people. So they will come and share their story and motivate the students. So
Okay, thank you, Dr. Satish. Next,
thank you.
please join. Who is the next? Dr. Satish, you please log out and let the other
Okay, sure,
person
sir.
join.
Sure.
Next, please join next and share your PowerPoint. And may I request the participants, please put those who are not making presentation, please mute yourself because we are listening unwanted noise here. Thank you so much. So next presenter, please go ahead. As per your serial number, who is the next going to make presentation? Miss Swagat Bezbarua, Dr. Kasturi N. Hello.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Who is? Can you tell me your name, please?
Sir, roll number 29.
29.
Yeah.
So 16 also there.
So, if 16, who is going to make presentation?
Roll number 9, I am also present.
So please go ahead. No? Please don't wait for me to take your name because you already know the serial. You already know the serial. So next, who is the next? Please go ahead quickly and try to complete your presentation within 5 minutes.
Good afternoon. I am Dr. Shantanu Mali. I want to know one thing, whether it is going through as per the roll number or whoever wants.
No, I'm saying same thing, no? As per the roll number. Already
Yes,
coordinator has
otherwise
told
it will be a mess.
No. Already coordinator has already instructed you also, no? That please go ahead with the roll number.
Yes. So now the roll number 2 will be presenting, right?
Yeah, if 2 is not present, next will be presenting, whoever is. Because
right.
So please go ahead with the roll number. Please.
I am roll number 3, Swagata Bezbarua.
Yeah, please go ahead. And I think all of you listen. Please go ahead. Don't wait for me to call your name. Please go ahead next. And finish your presentation in 5 minutes.
Okay, sir.
Please. Please share your PowerPoint.
Okay, sir.
You are serial number 3, Miss Swagat Bezbarua.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
good afternoon, everyone. My name is Swagata Bezbarua. Hope my screen is visible.
Yes, very much. Please go ahead.
Okay, so good afternoon. My name is Swagata Bezbarua. I'm an assistant professor in Department of Economics, Bigpuria College. So the topic of my presentation is an analysis of India's booming gig economy. So in the first day itself of our refresher course, Professor Soumya Chakrabarty sir from Vishwabharati University, he talked about the informal sector in India. So keeping a linkage with that topic, I'm going to present my presentation. That is, it is the analysis of India's gig economy. So this is the brief outline of my presentation. So let us first introduce what is gig economy. So gig economy is the alternative arrangement to traditional employment. It is a flexible economic system where people work on a temporary or freelance basis. And this gig economy is often happen through a digital platform, and that is why it is also called as platform economy. So gig workforce basically consist of workers of e-commerce logistics, food services, city logistics, etc. And in recent years, this gig economy word is very famous, and it is continuously growing. And because of the digitalization, rapid urbanization, globalization, these are the main factors affecting the growth of gig economy worldwide and also in India. So before proceeding further, let us talk about what are the pros of the gig economy or the gig workers and what are the cons of the gig economy or gig workers, and how they are different from the traditional employment arrangement. So pros or the disadvantages of the gig economy or those person who work in the gig economy, that first is flexibility. The gig workers have autonomy of working hours, and these are basically on-demand jobs, and there are no barriers to entry, and they have simple accessibility to the employment. And also these gig works can be treated as many people treated it as a secondary source of employment or income. And now let us talk about what are the disadvantages of these gig workers or the gig economy. So the first disadvantage is till now there is no basic wage or the minimum wage kind of arrangement in the gig economy. So this is one of the disadvantages of gig economy. No bargaining powers with the employers. The employees don't have that bargaining power with the employers. They have to bear some certain operating expenses as the petrol and all. So the gig workers bear the transaction and other, especially the transportation expenses out of their own pockets. And also these gig workers are not covered under the labor regulations till now in countries like India. And also there is absence of social security benefits such as accidental benefits and health insurance, etc. for the gig workers. And also there are different other disadvantages, such as there's lack of social inclusion. So we can see that there's a gender division clearly visible in the gig workforce. So let us talk about how gig economy and India. So especially in the last one decade, especially after the COVID-19 crisis, we can see that unprecedented growth of gig economy in India. And all my data are based on the report published by the Niti Aayog of India. This gig economy is transforming the urban economy in India. According to the report published by the Niti Aayog in 2022, 68 lakh, that is 6.8 million gig workers in 2019-20 in India. In 2020-21, 77 lakh workers were engaged in the gig economy. So you can see from this table that from 2011-12 onwards, this table presents data of the 2011-12 onwards till 2019-20. So you can see that there is a continuous increase in the gig workers in India. Now let us talk about the sector.
Let's change the world. The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
Published by the Niti Aayog. So there is 26.6 lakh gig workers who are involved in retail, trade and sales. 13 lakh were in the transportation sector, 6.2 lakh were in manufacturing, 6.3 lakh in the finance and insurance activities. And in the recent years, education and related services also experienced a rapid growth in the gig economy. So this table shows the sector-wise distribution of the gig workers in India. So future of gig economy, the report that is published by Niti Aayog also estimated the future of gig economy in India, and the gig workforce, according to that report, the gig workforce is likely to expand to 2.35 crores, that is 23.5 million by 2029-30. The gig workforce is expected.
Please try to conclude.
Okay, sir. So these are some conclusion and policy recommendations. So considering the rapid urbanization, digitalization, growth of the young workforce and low rate of job creation in India, the gig economy is expected to grow in near future. So for that, we should first properly estimate the gig workforce and should include them in the official labor force statistics of India, and we should cover them under the labor laws, and we should provide them the social security benefit. And through this, we can by enhancing this gig economy and this platform economy, we can at least partly solve the crucial problem of unemployment, or especially the urban unemployment problem in India. So these are the references. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Just one question: that how to enhance the skill of workers? Any suggestion you can give?
The skill of workers, on-job training we can provide them, like the employers can provide them on-job training, sir. when they join it.
Okay. Thank you. Next, please.
Sir, 10 number.
Roll number 4, Kasturi is not there. Then roll number 5, Parthipan.
Dr. Parthipan, yes. Yeah.
Not there.
Who is?
Then roll number 6, PR Kaushalya. 7, Rajendran. 8.
Yeah, actually, sir, I requested them to come with the next roll number because you have already posted the number, no?
Yeah.
Already there.
Yeah,
They
the
know it.
problem if one is absent, then others will be keep on feeling that one more is there before me. So better
No.
call them.
No.
So roll number 8, Babar. Roll number 9,
Yeah.
room. Yeah, room.
Yes, sir. Roll number 9.
Okay, you continue.
But sir, this is not my presentation.
Sir, roll number 8 is.
No, roll number 9.
Whose presentation is this?
So others should not try to share their screen, no, without their roll number. Please don't share your screen. The one who is. That's why I'm telling. No, whoever has shared, yeah, I think it's out now. Please share. Jasri,
Okay,
please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, it is visible.
Good afternoon. I am Jayashree Rumta, Assistant Professor of Commerce and Management from Heritage College, Kolkata. For today's presentation, I have taken a very simple and basic topic which relates to finance aspect of commerce. Now, we will dive into the basics of the risk and return concept specifically in investing. Now, what is risk? It talks about the probability of losing some or all of your investment. Now, whenever there is any risk involved in any aspect, except for investing or any other domain, it talks about the probability or a possibility that things might not go as per your plan. That is, there could be a negative or unfavorable result. That factor is risk. Now, in financial term, risk would mean that your investment value or your entire investment is lost due to market volatility, like some political changes or some economic changes, or the company's performance, that they have not made any proper strategic decisions, or that decisions have failed to bring in the results that were expected. In connection to this is return. Now, return is the reward that an investor gets because of the risk that investor has taken. Now, this return could be as price appreciation, that is the share value increases over time, or the dividends that you get as your equity and preference, or the interest for a loan or a debenture related capital. Now, to understand risk and return in a very simple term, I have given a very basic real life example. Suppose we are in a horse race and you try to bet on a long shot horse. Now, for a long shot horse, you see the risk is very high. But if your horse wins the race, your return is unprecedented, like it is exemplified to a very high level. But if that horse, for any reason, doesn't win the race, there is no extension of how you could lose your money. So this is the balance that we will talk about. That is, for the risk that you are taking, or for the reward that you are expecting from a risk and return, is that risk worth what you're going to get in return? Now, for this, there is just one statement that we take as an assumption or a fact, that in order to get more returns on your investment, there is a general notion that you need to take more risk. Now, there's a basic understanding, like stocks are like roller coasters. How? Because the higher you go, there is a very high possibility that you will get higher returns, that is higher reward. Bonds are like a steady train ride, simple, easy. So there is low or no risk. And because of that, there is comparatively lower returns. Now, for a trade-off, we see there are three types of investors. Whether it is you, me, or anybody who is into investing, we can categorize them into three major heads: the conservative investor, the balanced investor, and the aggressive one. Now, conservative is someone who is very simple, easy. They do not want any risk in life. So they want low risk and steady returns. I'll take low risk and I will get same level of returns every time. So how could a portfolio be? Like 80% bonds because they are low risk and 20% stock. If the stock increases, I get an additional return. Now, who are the people who take such risk or this type of investor? They are people who are nearing retirement. They do not want any excitement in life. They want to be very steady and easy. And they have short-term goals that they want some money on a short-term level. The next category is the balanced investor. They take balanced risk and balanced return. If this is the risk I'm getting, more or less, this is the return I will get out of it. So usually, like this is the basic portfolio that I have given, that there are 50% stocks, 40% bonds, and let's say 10% real estate. Now, for these types of investors, they're looking to a period of, let's say, 5 to 10. That is a medium term investment for buying a house, for a higher study, or a saving for investment in education, that is college level or university level. And finally comes the most exciting ones, that is the aggressive investors. They are the young ones who are willing to take high risk because they know the moment you take higher risk, there is a very high possibility that the returns might come in on a higher level. So they have 80% stocks, 20% high risk assets. Now they're looking to a long-term perspective. Why? Because the short-term fluctuations or volatility in the market might not affect their portfolio. That is why they fall under the aggressive state of investors. Next is tolerance. Now, tolerance is both on a financial and an emotional level. How much I am willing to risk my money. That is my financial aspect. But that financial affects the emotional or a motivational level of an investor or an individual. Now, tolerance is the degree of risk that an investor is comfortable in order to take or make their financial goals turn into reality. Now, there are many aspects of what can this tolerance be impacted by. I have given the four major general ones. Like these are the most common things that impact your tolerance level. The first one is age. Now, young people are more aggressive in nature. They take higher risk compared to the middle or the older ones. Financial goals now depending on the tenure of how fast or easy I want my money, how much an investment I am trying to make. Then personality. Some people are conservative. They do not want risk. They will avoid risk at any cost. Even if my return falls low, it is fine. So personality type is very important. Then comes the income and financial situation. If my money comes hard to me in real life, I will not be able to let it go easily. So my income and
Jasri, please
financial
try to
situation,
conclude.
yes, sir,
Jasri,
is very
please try to
important.
conclude.
Yes, sir. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, to avoid all of this, we have portfolio diversification, which means do not put all your eggs in one basket. Do not put all your investment in one thing. So this is diversification where you spread your investment around different asset classes so that your risk is reduced or spread over and your returns start coming in easy. Now, there are three types of such diversification: asset class, where you invest in different types of assets; geographic diversification, where you invest in both international and domestic markets; and sector, you put it into different industries belonging to different sectors. Now, personal strategy is like where you have different strategies. So what is one context that we will say that there is no one size fits all strategy. For me, it is going to be different. For you, it is going to be different. For anybody, it is going to be different. How you will think of your money and invest it. So it depends on your risk tolerance, financial goals, and time horizon. Now, what are the last key takeaways that we will think from this risk and return concept? That risk and return are inseparable. You cannot get higher return if you do not take risk. And if you do not take risk, you cannot ever think about returns. So they are not separable in nature. Then risk tolerance is personal. It is individualistic in nature. It will differ from people to people and investor to investor. And it is important that risk is managed through diversification. And finally, your goals should define what strategy you take in your investment. That is how your risk and return capability will be determined. That is all from my side. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Jasri. So,
Thank
if I
you, sir.
ask you that during last few years, what is
Yes.
the trend of investors in if we talk about the Indian scenario,
Right,
what
sir.
kind of investors are increasing in number? Low risk taking, medium risk taking, or high risk taking? Any trend,
Sir, I
if you
will.
can?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, sir, from your questions, like I've been studying a little bit of the market, I will say a lot of aggressive investors are coming into the market space because of the influence of foreign markets, like for foreign politics and economic scenarios are making the investors predict more. And that is why their willingness to invest and get higher returns on a short-term level is increasing. Like the trading day-to-day trading has increased incrementally than long-term investment. So that is why I would say that aggressive type of investors are entering in the market space. Additional, first, like fixed deposits or insurance was one of the ways people would save money. But due to education, awareness, lots of promotion, and returns from it, people have started looking at both domestic and international financial markets as one of the ways where they can build more money through their investments. So
Okay,
aggressiveness is
I think
increasing
that's
in the
okay.
market.
Clear, clear.
Right.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you,
So
sir.
please,
Thank you,
yeah,
sir.
please stop
Yes.
sharing your
Yes,
things. Next, please, roll number 10.
Yes,
Meera Gupta.
Eight is also visible, sir. We can ask him. Praveen Babar.
yes,
sir.
Eight.
Yes, sir.
Yes, so
Okay,
Praveen Babar, roll
ठीक है,
number 8.
ठीक है.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
8.
sir.
Number 8, please go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Already you shared earlier, na? So you should have told that time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Okay. Continue
Yes.
now then.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, one and all. Myself, Dr. Praveen Babar, and my topic, presentation topic is a comparative analysis of micro, small, and medium scale enterprises in Western Maharashtra. So, friends, in India, MSME contribution nearby
I think,
8%
no,
of the country. Sir.
I think better you go straight to the topic, no? Introduction you can avoid.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, this is the significance of the study. As in India, the MSME are separated throughout the state in Maharashtra, especially in the Western Maharashtra district comparative of the Satara, Sangli, and Solapur. The units are separated, but no study has been conducted to the comparative relative progress in MSME unit in their districts. In the present paper, I am attempting made a compare to analysis the progress of the sector in Western Maharashtra districts. The study will be helps to identify where all their 3 districts in area experiencing the similar spreads. The MSME sector has been a potential to spread industrial growth across the country and can be major partner in the progress of the inclusive growth, sir. Sir, this is the objective of my study to analyze the spread of MSME unit in Satara, Sangli, and Solapur districts. Second is to study the extend the employment generation. Third is the investment of the MSME, and fourth is a production capacity related objective, sir. Sir, in my study, I would like to use the primary as well as the secondary data for this study, and secondary data will be collected through the various published websites, journals, as well as different types of sources. And primary data will be collected to the throughout the questionnaires. Sir, this is the definition of MSME given by MSMED. Micro, small, and medium scale enterprises. There are in this sector, there are 2 important sector. One is the manufacturing sector and second is the service sector. So, investment and turnover calculation criteria of the MSME. So micro unit criteria is the how to identify the units investment less than 1 crore investment. This called micro in manufacturing sector, sir. And turnover about more less than 5 crores in service sectors. And medium scale enterprises investment criteria is less than 20 crores, and service sector in the less than 100 crores, sir. This is the revised classification of MSME in introduction by 1st June 2020. Sir, directly come to my data analysis and interpretation, sir. This is the first table showing the number of manufacturing enterprises. In order to examine the spread of MSME unit in their 3 districts, we are considered the manufacturing enterprises this district. The data is the presented table number 1. Observe that Solapur district has a maximum 55.12% in the micro units. In this, followed by the Sangli, which has been 35.14% in its, and as well as the Satara district has been 9.54%. This is the micro units in manufacturing sector, sir. When the consider the small manufacturing enterprises, the table shows that 66.8% of the units again located the Solapur district, and Satara district will be 22.8% in Sangli district, as well as 94.00 in small scale industries, sir.
I think
This
you
is
can conclude now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, I'm in this study some important finding in this study. More than 50% of the micro and small manufacturing enterprises are located in Solapur district. Second is in case of small enterprises in focus that Satara has more preference among the enterprise compared to Sangli district. Third is Satara is found having a medium scale enterprises 72.22% the manufacturing enterprises.
I think it's okay now because I can see the screen, so
Yes,
no
sir,
need
yes.
to read everything.
Yes.
So
Yes, sir, yes.
thank you for your presentation. I have one question that
Yes, sir, please.
since you have done studies, so in terms of MSMEs,
Yes, sir.
if you talk about Maharashtra, so
Yes, sir.
which area of Maharashtra is lacking with MSMEs?
Sir, in Maharashtra there are 5 regions in Maharashtra, but prominent MSME sector growth and progress in Western Maharashtra.
Then there are other areas where the growth is not that much. Can you explain
comparatively,
why?
Sir, comparatively not good.
So can you tell me?
Because their infrastructure investment and lack of funding.
So like all those things, that means it is not balanced.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is imbalance for 5 reasons, sir.
So I think when you are making a study, you should come up with the suggestion also that what should be done to have a balanced
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
situation
yes,
in
sir,
the entire Maharashtra. That will be better. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, please stop stop sharing. Next, please.
Yes.
Meera Gupta.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Please go ahead. Please share your.
सर पीपीटी प्रेजेंट हो रहा है हेलो
अभी नहीं not sharing. Screen not seen.
सर 1 मिनट सर अब हो रहा है
नहीं तो अगर प्रॉब्लम है तो आप बाद में भी कर सकते हैं, नेक्स्ट को बुला सकते हैं तब तक।
जी सर।
या नाउ इट्स ओके फाइन।
यस सर, हो रहा हूँ कि?
हाँ
जी जी सर, आप सभी को मेरा नमस्कार। मैं मीरा गुप्ता, सहायक प्राध्यापक अर्थशास्त्र, शासकीय जीएम। ये सर हो रहा है ओके? प्रेजेंट हो रहा है सर?
हाँ
या। आप सभी को मेरा नमस्कार। मैं मीरा गुप्ता, सहायक प्राध्यापक अर्थशास्त्र, शासकीय जेएमपी महाविद्यालय तखतपुर, जिला बिलासपुर, छत्तीसगढ़ से हूँ। आज मेरा टॉपिक है मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी। इसके अंतर्गत हम मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी, इसका मीनिंग, ऑब्जेक्टिव, इंस्ट्रूमेंट ऑफ क्रेडिट कंट्रोल, इम्पैक्ट और मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी इत्यादि को देखेंगे। तो मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी क्या है? मौद्रिक नीति के माध्यम से मुद्रा एवं साख की मात्रा को नियंत्रित किया जाता है। इसे देश के केंद्रीय बैंक द्वारा बनाया जाता है। भारत का केंद्रीय बैंक रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया है। इसकी स्थापना 1 अप्रैल 1935 को की गई थी। इसकी रिपोर्ट 2 महीने के अंतराल से की जाती है और इसमें 6 मेंबर होते हैं, 3 आरबीआई के और 3 गवर्नमेंट के। ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी, तो इसका पहला उद्देश्य मौद्रिक नीति का रोजगार के अवसरों में वृद्धि करना, आर्थिक विकास की नीति को गति प्रदान करना, विनिमय दरों में स्थिरता लाना, आर्थिक संकट के समय प्रबंधन करना, मूल्य स्तर में स्थिरता लाना, भुगतान संतुलन को ठीक करना एवं सतत वृद्धि दर को बढ़ावा देना इत्यादि। इंस्ट्रूमेंट ऑफ क्रेडिट कंट्रोल, जो आरबीआई है वो क्रेडिट को कंट्रोल करने के लिए 2 तरह के इंस्ट्रूमेंट अपनाती है, क्वांटिटेटिव मेथड और क्वालिटेटिव मेथड। क्वांटिटेटिव मेथड के अंतर्गत बैंक रेट, कैश रिजर्व रेशियो, एसएलआर, रेपो रेट, रिवर्स रेपो रेट, मार्जिनल स्टैंडिंग फैसिलिटी, ओपन मार्केट इत्यादि। और क्वालिटेटिव मेथड के अंतर्गत मोरलाइजेशन, टाइटनिंग ऑफ क्रेडिट, मार्जिनल रिक्वायरमेंट, सिलेक्टिव क्रेडिट कंट्रोल, डायरेक्ट एक्शन। हम देखेंगे कि क्वांटिटेटिव जो टूल्स है उसमें रेपो रेट, तो आरबीआई बैंकों को इसके अंतर्गत शॉर्ट पीरियड के लिए लोन देती है और बैंक इसके बदले में अपनी सिक्योरिटी आरबीआई के पास जमा रखते हैं। करंट में इसका रेट है 6.5%। रिवर्स रेपो रेट, रिवर्स रेपो रेट के अंतर्गत बैंकों के पास जो सरप्लस मनी होती है वो आरबीआई के पास जमा रखते हैं और आरबीआई इसके बदले में बैंक को इंटरेस्ट देते हैं। अभी करंट रेट 3.35% चल रहा है। हम देख बैंक रेट है, बैंक रेट के अंतर्गत आरबीआई बैंकों को लॉन्ग पीरियड के लिए लोन देते हैं और इसका करंट रेट चल रहा है 6.75%। मार्जिनल स्टैंडिंग फैसिलिटी, इसके अंतर्गत आरबीआई बैंकों को ओवरनाइट के लिए लोन देते हैं और बैंक इसके बदले में गवर्नमेंट की सिक्योरिटी आरबीआई के पास रखते जमा करते हैं। नेक्स्ट है कैश रिजर्व रेशियो। इसके अंतर्गत आरबीआई इनको व्यापारिक बैंकों को निर्देश देता है कि आपकी नेट डिमांड टाइम लायबिलिटी के जो आपका उसका निश्चित अनुपात है वो आपको रिजर्व बैंक के पास जमा रखना है, जिसका भी करंट में परसेंट है 4.5%। एसएलआर है, एसएलआर में आरबीआई के द्वारा व्यापारिक बैंकों को ये निर्देश रहता है कि आपको नेट डिमांड टाइम लायबिलिटीज का जो परसेंटेज कुछ हिस्सा आपको अपने पास हमेशा रखना है। इसका परसेंटेज अभी वर्तमान करंट में है 18%। ओपन मार्केट ऑपरेशन, इसके अंतर्गत आरबीआई मार्केट में मनी का फ्लो कंट्रोल करती है, ज्यादा है तो कम करना, कम है तो ज्यादा करना। तो जो इन्फ्लेशन में मनी ज्यादा हो जाती है, जिससे इन्फ्लेशन बढ़ता है, तो उसको कंट्रोल करने के लिए आरबीआई बैंकों को अपनी सिक्योरिटी को सेलिंग कर देती है और फ्लो बढ़ाने के लिए आरबीआई उनको सेल परचेजिंग कर लेता है, खरीद लेता है उनसे। क्वालिटेटिव मेथड,
तो प्लीज ट्राई टू कंक्लूड।
तो फिर 2 ही चलो 2, हाँ ठीक है सर। क्वालिटेटिव मेथड में क्रेडिट रेशनिंग, इसके तहत साख आरबीआई अलग अलग व्यापार उद्देश्य को ध्यान में रखती हुए साख की मात्रा को सीमित कर देता है। मोरल शोषण, इसमें एक नैतिक दबाव बनाता है कि वो व्यापारिक बैंकों को ऋण देने का निर्देश देता है कि देश की आर्थिक स्थिति उसके अनुसार ऋण आपको देना है। और मार्जिनल रिक्वायरमेंट में इसमें जो भी उनका समयानुसार प्रतिभूतियां हैं उनको ऋणों के मार्जिन में परिवर्तन कर सकता है और अगर इनकी जो भी नीति निर्धारित की गई है आरबीआई द्वारा, अगर वो हमारे व्यावसायिक बैंक नहीं मानते तो आरबीआई डायरेक्ट एक्शन भी ले सकता है। इम्पैक्ट ऑफ मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी, ये मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी जो इसका इन्फ्लेशन और डिफ्लेशन पर प्रभाव पड़ता है, तो इन्फ्लेशन को कंट्रोल करने के लिए वो रेपो रेट, सीआरआर, एसएलआर, एमएसएफ, बैंक रेट, इनकी दरों को बढ़ा देती है, जिससे मार्केट में मनी का फ्लो कम हो जाता है। और इसके साथ ही साथ वो नो इशू ऑफ न्यू करेंसी, नई करेंसी को जारी नहीं करता, और डिफ्लेशन में इसके अपोजिट करता है, इन दरों को घटा देता है, जिससे मार्केट में मनी का फ्लो बढ़ जाता है। इस तरह से वो इन्फ्लेशन डिफ्लेशन को कंट्रोल करता है, इससे प्राइस कंट्रोल होता है, इकोनॉमी स्टेबिलिटी होती है, फॉरेन इन्वेस्टमेंट बढ़ता है और एम्प्लॉयमेंट बढ़ता है। और हमारा जो टारगेटेड इन्फ्लेशन रेट है जो वो 2 से 4%, 6% होना चाहिए। करंट इन्फ्लेशन रेट अभी 6.21% है। थैंक यू।
ओके, थैंक यू मीरा। तो अभी जो आरबीआई की मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी है, इसमें कोई आपको वो अगर आपसे पूछा जाए कि आपका सजेशन क्या होगा, कोई चीज सजेस्ट करना चाहेंगे क्या, जिससे कि मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी हमारी इंप्रूव हो सकती है और फर्दर?
हाँ नहीं सर, इन्फ्लेशन जो रेशियो है इनको ही थोड़ा सा कंट्रोल करने की जरूरत है, उनको करने का। और इन्वेस्टमेंट बढ़ाएंगे, इन्वेस्टमेंट बढ़ेगा तो रोजगार भी बढ़ेंगे, और रोजगार बढ़ेगा तो जो हमारी वस्तुएं हैं जिन कम है, जिसके कारण इन्फ्लेशन बढ़ता है कि मार्केट में वस्तुएं कमी हो जाती है। तो जितना इन्वेस्टमेंट करेंगे उतना रोजगार बढ़ेगा, तो रोजगार बढ़ने से उनके हाथ में मार्केट में वस्तुएं भी आ जाएंगी और उनको रोजगार भी मिल जाएगा। इस तरह से आरबीआई इन पर कंट्रोल करके मार्केट को।
ओके मीरा, थैंक यू। नेक्स्ट, सीरियल नंबर 11।
Sir, serial 12 is present. Serial number 12.
11 not present?
No, sir.
Okay. Yeah, if there is no response from 11, so 12, yeah, please go ahead.
Thank you, sir.
Subhashish.
Yes, sir.
Okay, please go ahead.
Is it visible, sir?
Not yet.
Now is it visible?
Yes, please go ahead quickly and try to finish in 5 minutes.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
You can avoid the introduction part too much.
Okay, sir. Good afternoon, Honorable Chairperson, Professor Tiwari sir, and coordinator sir, and co-coordinator sir, and all my respected participants. Myself, Subhashish Mishra, Assistant Professor of Economics, Patamandai College, Odisha, and the topic of my presentation is financial literacy, fundamentals of financial literacy. So
this this screen Zoom workplace only can be seen. I don't know.
Is it not visible?
No, screen is visible, but what I can read is Zoom workplace. Your screen is there. Screen is visible.
Click on your PPT.
Yeah, I think you have to click on your PowerPoint file. Then only it will come.
PowerPoint file is opened here.
But here it is seen Zoom workplace.
So stop once and then reshare.
I think better.
And keep your PPT open.
Or you can keep PPT open. Minimize first.
Minimize this page here. Minimize this page.
Then again you
Zoom
can maximize
workplace,
that.
minimize. Stop sharing first. Yes. Now minimize that share is that screen you can minimize and then share again. Yes, fine now.
Now is it visible?
Now it's okay. Yeah. Then please move faster.
Okay. Okay. Now coming to financial literacy, it is the knowledge and skill and understanding needed to efficiently manage personal or business finances. It involves the ability to make informed financial decision, plan for future, and achieve financial goal. And in order to understand the concept of financial literacy, we should know about 5 concepts, that is budgeting and building and improving credit, saving, borrowing and repaying debt, and investing. Now, why it is important? Now, if financial literacy well-being is the goal, then financial literacy can be first step towards achieving it. And financial literacy is important in order to achieve financial well-being by making informed decisions about your money. It helps in managing money with greater ease and less stress. Now, coming to the 5 point, first one is budgeting. Budgeting is the art of balancing income and expenses to ensure that expenses are always less than income, so that we can generate some surplus and we can invest it for future need. And for budgeting, it is very important to learn a healthy spending habit, and budgeting helps in tracking your spending and avoiding non-essential expenses. Now, which are essential and which are non-essential, we can consider as food, housing, education, medicine, etc. as essential expenditure, whereas non-essential expenditure includes suppose gambling and expenditure on tobacco, liquor, etc. can be considered as non-essential expenditure. Methods of budgeting, there are 3 methods of budgeting. One is 50-30-20 method, and according to this method you should spend 50% of your income for your need, 30% for want, and 20% for saving. And the second one is zero based method. Monthly income minus expenses and savings should reach to zero, so every rupee is used with proper intention. And the third one is the envelope method. According to this method, this involves creating categories for all your monthly expenses and putting certain amount of your income into each category. Now, budgeting and improving credit, it is all about credit score. Credit score represents your credit worthiness. A good credit score can help you in taking loan for different purposes at a comparatively low rate of interest. So one should know how to improve the credit score. And we should keep our credit utilization ratio at 30% or below, as recommended by the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. And the debt to income ratio should be between 28 to 36%. Now coming to saving, when income is more than expenses, then we have surplus money, which is known as saving. And learning to save is another important aspect of financial literacy. Saving can be done in many ways, including traditional saving accounts or retirement saving funds, investment and portfolios, or emergency fund. It can be increased by minimizing non-essential expenditure. Now coming to debt, when expenses are more than the income, we have no saving with us, then there is shortage of money, which is covered through borrowing and creating debt. Now, how to manage the debt? If we have expenses more than income in a particular month, the saving of previous month can be used for meeting this shortfall. If we do not have saving, we have to borrow and incur a debt at a high cost. It can be managed by minimizing non-essential expenditure. And how can we manage our money? We can manage our money efficiently by doing financial planning, and we should maintain a financial diary to keep account of our income and expenditure for a given period. Now coming to financial planning, it is an exercise of estimating our financial needs and also way to meet them during the entire life cycle, like birth of child or education, purchasing of house or marriage, etc., or to meet some emergency situation like accident or natural calamities, etc. So now, why should we do financial planning? By financial planning, we can save regularly a portion of our income for meeting future needs, and we can cut down expenses on non-essential items. By financial planning, we could be in a better situation to pay off our debt and build saving to buy a house or finance higher education with our own money.
Yeah, Subhasis, please try to conclude.
Sure, sir. Now, how to do financial planning? We can do financial planning by assessing current financial position and identifying our financial need and maintaining a financial diary. And we should review regularly our saving, whether it is as per our plan or not. Then borrowing and repayment of debt, and we should have regularly save regularly so that it can be used in time, and expenditure is more than our income, we need more money. And credit card is also another form of debt, and we should use it within a limit. Then again, basically we borrow when our expenditure is more than our income. Now coming to why should we borrow within a limit? Because any loan taken by us has to be repaid back with interest, so we should borrow within a limit. Now why we are taking anything from the bank, loan from bank, not from money lender? Basically they charges very high rate of interest. Now coming to last one, investment. It is a way to build health and save for retirement. Learning about stock, bond, mutual fund, etc., other type of investment opportunity. And but it is important to remember that investment involves certain risk, and there are different level of risk and return depending on the investment. Now coming to conclusion, financial literacy is not just a skill but a necessary for achieving financial stability and well-being. By mastering all this concept, we can change our financial future. And financial planning allows us to set realistic goal and ensure preparedness for both expected and unexpected life event. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Subhasis. Only one question. In terms of the financial literacy, or
Yes, sir.
rather specific to digital literacy, what will you say for the Indians?
So nowadays, with after the basically after 2016, we are using the UPI system and digitalization of various system is introduced in India, and financial literacy is very important, but digitalization of this system is also important. And basically the younger generation are using more of it. But if we talk about financial literacy, then it is important for everyone. But so far the digitalization is concerned, it is basically used by the younger sections.
Okay, thank you. Next, please.
Thank you,
Roll
sir.
number 13, Jitendra Malik.
Yes, sir.
Roll number 13 is there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so please share your screen and complete within 5 minutes.
Is my screen is visible to all of you?
Yes, visible. Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you, sir. Good afternoon, Honorable Chairperson, Professor R.C. Tiwari, sir, respected Coordinator, Professor B. Singh, and Coordinator, Professor B. Das, and all my respected participants. I am Jitendra Malik, Assistant Professor of Commerce, Patamde College, Odisha. The topic of my presentation is Critical Thinking for Entrepreneurship. Before starting my presentation, let me give you a quick overview of what we will be discussing today. In my presentation is focused on entrepreneurship and critical thinking. Basically two areas that are deeply interconnected. As an entrepreneur, critical thinking is an essential skill that enable us to navigate challenges, make informed decisions, and foster innovations. We'll start by understanding what thing in a different type of thinking required for entrepreneurial success. Then we'll explore that critical thinking entitle its traits and how it is applicable to entrepreneurship. So,
okay, thank you. So, can you give some comments, no?
Yes,
on how to increase the number of people taking up entrepreneurship in terms of your students? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Did you get the question?
Yes, sir. Basically, critical thinking is essential as it helps to student to analyze complex topics and
Yeah, critical thinking or out of the box thinking. So anything, any example can you give that what could be the approach so that it is useful for this particular endeavor?
sorry, sir, I will not get your question, sir.
No, same question. What I ask you, same question. No? Entrepreneurship, how to encourage more and more people to go for it. That same question. You already said no, that critical thinking is required, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So critical thinking are also, we also call it out of the box thinking.
Yes, sir.
That is also one point. So what I was asking you that can you give any point, any one suggestion or one point, what to do, how to do?
Basically, sir, the peoples are more like to engage when they are understand the purpose and goals. They're
Okay, okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Next, please, roll number 14, Prashant Kumar Maurya.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Please go ahead.
Sir, my PPT is visible, sir?
Yes, yes.
Very good afternoon to everyone. Myself, Dr. Participants-1 Maurya. I'm an assistant professor in economics at Central Institute of Higher Political Studies, Sarnath, Varanasi. My topic for today's presentation is the. So today, in my presentation, I have divided it into three parts. First is introduction, meaning of circular economy. Second one is the principles of the circular economy, and third one and the last one is the importance and benefits of the circular economy. First of all, I would like to explain what is the circular economy. The circular economy is a model of production and consumption which focuses on recycling the materials and products as long as possible. This model works through following strategies like reuse, repair, refurbishment, and remanufacturing. In this way, the life cycle of the products can be extended. The circular economy is an economic model which aims to minimize waste and maximize resources use. This is the model of the circular economy. First of all, here we take the raw material, then sustainable design, then production, and after that, the distribution, consumption, reuse, repair, collection, waste management, and residual waste. But the question is why we are talking about the circular economy. What was the problem with the earlier one? And that was the linear economy. So we will try to understand the difference between the linear economy and circular economy. When we talk about the linear economy, the model is take, make, and dispose. Whereas the circular economy talks about the take, make, use, and recycle. So it will, the circular economy create a kind of sustainable economy, and there are basically, when we talk about the principles of the circular economy, there are three basic principles. First one is the designing to eliminate waste and pollution. In a circular economy, one of the main goals is to minimize waste and pollution, which a circular design approach. Products are made not just to serve their purpose and then be thrown away. Instead, they are created with the future in the mind. This means using clean renewable energy source for production and applying sustainable practices like reducing, reusing. We can significantly cut down on waste, which in turn lessen our impact on the environment. The second principle is a circular keeping products and materials in use for longer. A circular economy emphasizes the idea of using products and resources in a way that at last it lasts as long as possible. We aim to prevent items from being discarded too quickly. This involves paying attention to the durability of the product and their ability to be repaired if something breaks. We also want to be able to upgrade product to keep up with new technologies. By doing so, we can extend the lifespan of the products and materials, getting the most out of what we have and reducing waste. The third principle is helping natural systems to recover. The circular economy plays a crucial role in restoring the health and balance of our natural earth. It achieves this by cutting down the amount of waste we produce, finding methods to prevent pollution, and using resources in a mindful way. These actions help support biodiversity, which means having a diverse range of plant and animal species. It also helps protect habitats from being destroyed, which are the homes of different living things. Now, the third part is what are the importance and the benefits of the circular economy. First one is the protecting the environment, slow down the circular economy slow down the use of natural resources, reduce landscape and habitat disruption, and help to limit biodiversity loss. Reduction in total annual greenhouse gas emission. The third point is creating more efficient and sustainable products from the start would help to reduce energy and resource consumption, as it is estimated that 20% of the product environmental impact is determined during the design phase. It helps to tackle excessive packaging and improve its design to promote reuse and recycling. The second point is reducing raw material dependence. However, the supply of the crucial raw material is limited. It will help to reduce dependence on the raw materials. Recycling raw materials mitigates the risk associated with supplies such as price volatility and availability and improve dependency. This especially applies to critical raw material needed for the production of the technologies that are crucial for achieving climate goals, such as batteries and electric engines. The third point is creating jobs and saving consumer money. Move towards a circular economy could increase competitiveness, stimulate innovation, boost economic growth, and create jobs. Redesigning materials and products for circular use would also boost innovation across different sectors of the economy. And
Prashant, try to conclude.
Sir, this is the last point. Consumer,
okay.
From the consumer point of view, consumer will be provided with more durable and innovative products that will increase the quality of life and save them money in the long run. I want to say that today's the circular economy are needed in order to achieve the sustainable development. So the world is looking for the circular economy as well as the green economy. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Just one question. As a country, India wants to be $5 trillion economy, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
You know that? So
yes, sir.
Do you have anything you feel that should be done to do it like in a better way? Any suggestion?
Sir, first of all, we have to create an business environment or an environment in the economy to promote the participation of the female, because almost 28% of the population is female, and a very few proportion of that population is engaged in the economic and so-called economic activity. So it means our huge proportion of our labor force is basically economically inactive, so-called economically inactive. So we can promote the women in the business models, then we can achieve the 5 trillion economy. It will help to achieve the 5 trillion economy.
Okay, thank you. So you can stop sharing. Serial number 15. Mallikarjun. Mallikarjun is there? Hello. If 15 is not there, the 16 can proceed.
Sir, 16 is present.
Okay, so that means 15 is not present, isn't it? No response. Okay, so please go ahead.
Okay, sir.
Try to finish quickly.
Sir, I hope that it is visible now.
Yes, visible.
Okay, sir. Sir, my name is Pradesh Annam, Assistant Professor from Government College, Perambra, Kerala State. Actually, this is a part of my research work. I have taken a part of the study. The title is Customer Awareness and Challenges in Electronic Financial Service System, Implications for Customer Satisfaction and Banking Sector of Kerala. As we know that banking is considered as a highly information-intensive activity that relies heavily on information technology to acquire, process, and disseminate information. And digital disruption is also going on. So that tough competition is always there among the bankers. So this study is basically concerned with the electronic financial service system that is offered by banks. So simply, electronic financial service system means it is a system or it is a service system that provides many number of digital transactions or digital services to banking customers in the form of internet banking, mobile banking, phone banking, etc. and etc. The major problem, statement of the problem is that even in 2023 also, there were 29,082 fraud cases were reported in the banking industry with regard to ATM, credit card, and debit card transactions. So the study is very, very important. Moreover, though EFSS or Electronic Financial Service System is becoming more and more popular in Kerala, there is still no evidence of the nature and extent of its adoption. So from this point of view, it is very important to conduct a study to determine that what are the factors that actually influence the adoption of EFSS among banking customers. Two research questions were addressed in this study. The first one is, what is the level of awareness among customers about electronic financial service systems that are offered by banks? And what are the problems that are majorly encountered by customers during the process of EFSS? So these were the two important questions, and its effect on customer satisfaction is also covered. So based on the research question, I have arrived two objectives for the study. The first one is to understand the customer awareness and extent of use of various EFSS among banking customers. So the next one is to explore the problems encountered during the process of EFSS delivery and to analyze the effect of these problems on customer satisfaction. Two hypotheses were also set. I don't want to read it now. The significance of the study is that the result of the present study can be compared.
I think this is a nice study, and we will be interested to know about the conclusions.
Okay,
please go ahead.
So actually, sir, these are the variables that I have taken for the study. The first one is perceived ease of use, trust, perceived security, customer awareness, technological self-efficacy, perceived innovativeness, response time, accessibility, terminology clarity, and system reliability. The most important finding is that there is a significant association between the level of computer knowledge and the usage of EFSS by the selected customers of public and private sector banks. And the next finding was that there is a significant association between years of usage of banking services and years of usage of EFSS by the selected customers of public and private sector banks. And with regard to awareness in connection with the service availability, there is a significant association between the awareness of services available under EFSS of banks and the frequency of usage of banking customers. Another finding is all about the problems that are encountered by the banking customers. Regression test is also done. The study reveals that adjusted R score is 0.72. That means 72.6% influence of various problems on customer satisfaction. It is also identified that EFSS service delivery have a negative effect to a certain extent on the customer satisfaction. So the quality of service is very, very important. So finally, I have arrived some suggestions. The first one is customer education on digital transactions should be improved, and the use of mother tongue will bring more rural customers closer to the banks. And the government should also make strict rules for cybersecurity, and online dispute resolution system should also be implemented. And banks should also review bank security infrastructure over the period of time. So these are my suggestions of study, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for your presentation. I would like to one thing from you, because Kerala being a very high literacy state. So can you comment on the use of digital services, digital transaction wise, whether the rural and urban, both areas, is it balanced, or the number of users in rural is less or more? Any comment you can make?
Yes, sir. In a rural area, the usage of these kinds of digital transactions comparatively very less, and in urban area, we can see that more number of people are using digital transactions to a certain extent. So this division is also visible in the study itself. So we recommend that government and other banking systems should promote more digital transaction in the rural area. Even though there is 100% literacy among the customers, there is a lack of literacy with regard to the digital transaction. That should also be considered.
And have you considered regarding literacy for these fraudulent things that happen?
Even though
financial frauds.
There is a frequent reporting of financial frauds in Kerala. Even though many people are aware about the security system and other issues, but this problem is still very strong here.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Roll number 17.
Yes, sir.
Please go ahead.
Kindly stop presenting your slides.
Roll number 16, please stop sharing. Your screen is visible. Please go ahead and try to finish within 5 minutes.
Okay. Good afternoon. I'm Priyanto. I teach in the Department of Economics of University of Borbombo. I'll be talking about price discrimination for today's presentation. I've taken up this topic because of its relevance in day-to-day life. During the course of these presentations, I will try to focus on 4 major questions. The first question is, what is price discrimination? Second, who can price discriminate? Third, what are the different types of price discrimination? And the fourth one is, why do sellers practice price discriminations? Due to paucity of time, I may not be able to discuss about the fourth question, but I'll try to cover the first 3 questions in these presentations. So the first question, what is price discrimination? The definition goes as follows: when more than one price is charged for the same product, then it is called price discrimination. So when for the same product more than one price is being charged. Let me explain this on the basis of an example. This example would also help you understand why why this topic is actually relevant in our day-to-day life. Suppose one day you felt like having candy, so your candy shop was nearby, so you went to the candy shop and asked for 5 candies from the shop, from the candy shop owner. The candy shop owner asked for 5 rupees from you, so you actually paid 1 rupees per candy. You came back home, your brothers and sisters got to know that you went to the candy shop, so they asked for candies from you. So you gave 4 candies to them. You were left with only 1 candy, but you were not happy, so you again went to the same candy shop. This time you asked for a packet of candies, thinking that if your brother and sister again ask for candies, even after giving them some, you would be left with enough. So the packet contained 100 candies, and the packet cost you 50 rupees. So this time you have paid 50 paisa per candy. Earlier you have paid 1 rupees per candy. So for the same product candy, you have actually paid 2 different price. Rupees 1 in the previous case and 50 paisa now. So this is actually price discrimination. So let me come to the second question, which is who can price discriminate? Now see, the price discrimination is about charging different price. So if a seller cannot, if a seller does not have power to set price, then he cannot price discriminate. In economics, the power to set price is called market power. So who can price discriminate? The seller with market power can price discriminate. One immediate question that would pop up in our mind is that, when do the sellers have power to set price? In other words, when do the seller have market power? The seller would have market power if it operates in a market situation when there are few numbers of sellers. Why? Because When there are many sellers, then they don't have the bargaining power. When there are few sellers, they have the bargaining power to influence the market. Now let me come to the third question, which is what are the different types of price discriminations? There are broadly 3 different types of price discrimination: first degree, second degree, and the third degree price discriminations. I'll talk about each of these one by one. The first degree price discrimination, which is often called perfect price discrimination. This is a pricing strategy where each customer is charged with the reservation price. Now, what is this reservation price? Reservation price is the maximum price that the consumer is willing to pay. So under first degree price discrimination, each customer is charged with the maximum price that consumers are willing to pay. So let me give one example. This is a popular example of first degree price discrimination, which is the consultancy fee of a doctor. In small town, often the doctors charge different price from different patients, gauging their ability to pay. Poor patients are charged with lesser fee compared to the rich patient. In this slide, I'll talk about second degree price discrimination. Second degree price discrimination is the practice of charging different price per unit for different quantities of the same goods and services. So your price is discriminated based on the quantity consumed. There are 2 broad types of second degree price discrimination. One is bulk discounting and another is block pricing. Recall, in the beginning of this presentation, we have spoke about the example of candy. That example was actually an example about bulk discounting. When a packet of candy was consumed, then we were consuming in bulk. Therefore, lesser price was being charged compared to the case of 5 pieces of candy being consumed from the candy shop owner. The example of block pricing is electricity fee. If you look at your electricity bill, you would see that electricity fees are charged in blocks, meaning different blocks are charged in different price. The first block or first few units of electricity consumption is being charged at a lower price. When electricity consumption crosses a threshold limit, then the following units are charged at a higher price. In both the cases, in the case of bulk discounting and also in case of block pricing, the price discrimination is based on the quantities. That's why it comes under second degree price discrimination. Now I'll talk about third degree price discrimination. Third degree price discrimination is a type of a pricing strategy where producer or the seller divide the consumers in more than one group and charge different price from different group. Now the seller divide consumers based on their price responsiveness, or what in economics we call price elasticity. In market, there are different kind of consumers. Some consumers are more price responsive,
So please,
meaning they
try to conclude now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Some consumers are more price responsive because they respond highly to the change in the price level. When the price level in the market increases significantly, then they might stop consuming the product. So they are highly price responsive consumers. Some consumers are less price responsive. They would not withdraw from the market even if the price increases. So typically, a third degree price discriminating producer charge lesser price from the consumers who are highly price responsive, because if you charge a high price, then they would stop consuming the product. From the less price responsive consumers, the sellers usually charge a higher price. The example of this is the discount that is offered to the senior citizen and the students in the railway tickets. Since senior citizen and the student do not usually earn, so they are highly price responsive consumers. So if higher price is being charged from them, they would simply stop buying railway tickets. That's why lesser price is being charged from the senior citizen and the students in the form of discounting. That's it. I will not talk about the last one. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So, in the price discrimination,
Yes.
the Indian system, do you have any comment?
Indian system, as in, sir, I didn't get your questions. Can you
like for us also, no, the prices of a particular commodity may vary from city to city. isn't it?
Yes.
That is one way of one thing. And another thing which you said, no, the same item is sold in different prices.
Yes.
So that Indian system of similar to this, what you are talking. Any comment you want to make?
Actually, sir, price discrimination is not something which is particular to country. It's actually can be observed in every country, even in India. In every country, it is there. And also, the example you spoke about, the price is different in different cities. That's not actually price discriminations, because
yeah, I wanted to know that. Okay, good.
Yeah, that is not price discrimination.
So what is your experience in say Calcutta city regarding the same item sold in different prices?
Yes, in the sense like in other cities also, like if you buy a biscuit, let's say, okay, if you buy a small packet of biscuit, then you would see there are say 5 biscuits, you would be charged with say 10 rupees, so you're actually paying 2 rupees per biscuit. If you buy the same biscuit if you buy the same type of a biscuit, but if you buy a larger packet of it, then you would see per biscuit you're paying lesser price. So that's something which you see everywhere, not only in Calcutta. Another example could be, say, if you take, say, you're taking a flight from, say, Calcutta to, say, Manipur, Mizoram. Okay, then what would happen that there are we usually see that there are
actually what I was asking, no, initially you said, no, that the same item first in 50 paisa, then in 1 rupee.
Yes, sir.
So I am talking in that reference.
Okay, sir. Yes.
Not this. This is obvious. If it is
Right.
more quantity, then price will be less. I'm talking about that.
Okay. Yeah, that's a bulk discounting case, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Next, please.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I am here, sir.
Roll number?
18, Dr. Amit Kumar Tiwari.
Okay. Please go ahead.
I'll stop.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Just one second.
My screen is visible, sir?
Yes. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Amit Kumar Tiwari. I am working as assistant professor in Department of Economics, Bapu PG College, PP Gorakhpur. First of all, I express my regards to course coordinator Professor Bhartendu Singh sir and co-coordinator Bidukant sir and today observer Professor R.C. Tiwari sir. Very well organized this refreshers course. Today I am presenting on topic urbanization and sustainable management of water. I am trying to express my ideas about how can affect urbanization on water use. In abstract, this study analyze the effect of urbanization on various aspects of water. Water is most crucial elements in development planning. The growth process and the expansion of economic activities continuously lead to increasing demands of water for diverse purposes. Domestic, industrial, agricultural, hydropower, navigation, recreation means multiple use of water. We can't think life without water. If we see availability of water, India has about 2.4% of the world's total area. And in case of population, we have 70.5% of the world population, but has only about 4% of the total available fresh water. Water demand has been increasing continuously at higher rates in most parts of the world, and India is no exception. At the same time, water supply has not increased at the same pace as water demand. Increasing population, growing urbanization, and rapid industrialization combined with the need for raising agricultural production and economic growth generates competing claims for water. There is a growing perception of a sense that our country are impending water crisis. The proper management of our limited water resources will be essential to ensure food security for our growing population and to eliminate poverty. It will be essential also to avoid the growing conflicts and the possibility of social unrest in the country in future due to water scarcity. If you think this table, we can see year-wise data of the growing population and also per capita water availability in cubic meter. If you see the data of 1951, population was 36 crore and per capita water availability was around 5,177 cubic meter. Continuously, population was growing, but per capita water availability is decreasing. And in this table, we can see the projection of 2050 population will be about 164 crore, while per capita water availability will be only 1,140 cubic meter. Means a huge gap between population and per capita water availability. And we know about the water use and given the projected increase in population, we can see जो है and about 70% of the earth's surface is covered by water, means 1,400 million cubic kilometers, which is enough to cover the earth with a layer of 3,000 meters depth. However, 97.5% part of the total water is salty. It means the availability of fresh water is only 2.5%. Long before we consider about water situation, when the growth of population was low and lifestyle was simple, then availability of water was enough. But the changed lifestyle and high economic growth is putting pressure on water availability. If you find out the world distribution of water resources, then these are not evenly distributed. Some countries have surplus water, while some countries are facing scarcity of water. We can see this table continent-wise water reserves and population. We have Asia continent have 36% of fresh water, while population is 60%. South America have 26% of fresh water, while population is only 6%. Means water reserves not evenly distributed in continent-wise. Second table shows the per capita water use continent-wise. We can see Africa. In Africa, per capita water use in per year cubic meter is 245, while in Asia is this is 519. In North America is very big data about 1861. In South America 470, and in Europe this is 1280.
Abhijit, please try to conclude now.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay, sir. Some fact about water by FAO. If we ask anybody about water use, then he will say directly he will consume only 50 or 100 liter water per day. But if we see the data, indirectly he will consume, every person, about 2,000 to 500 liters of water. This
okay, I think this data is good one. Very, it is Food and Agriculture Organization data, FAO, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good.
This figure shows. This figure shows all data.
I have one question for you. That okay. It's a good presentation and a serious issue. Then, in terms of water conservation, as an institute, as a college, or as agriculture, can you give any suggestion that how to reduce the usage of water in our institute or in agriculture purpose? Any idea?
Yes, sir. Optimum use of water and multiple use of water. So actually, in irrigation, if you see, I will use contemporary method of irrigation. while I think sprinkler method of irrigation is recommended for water optimum use, and awareness program between peoples will be helpful for water conservation also. And most helpful is rainwater harvesting is a very crucial thing which can help in water.
Okay, thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
sir.
Next,
Thank you.
please. Roll number 19. Sastri. Roll number 19. If you are present, please make presentation. If you are not there, then roll number 20. Miss Nilofar. 19.
19 may not be here, sir. 19 is there.
Somebody is seen. I don't know who is there.
No, 19 has not submitted PPT also.
Okay. Then no problem.
For
Then
20,
Miss Nilofar 20.
I could not see her name here.
Oh.
So Surabhi Tigga, her name was there. Surabhi is there. Yes, Surabhi is
Yes,
there.
sir.
Yes. Okay, 21.
Number 21. Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, sir. Sir, I'm unable to share my screen.
You
Okay.
can
Okay,
minimize
sir,
the
got
Zoom
it.
window and then open the PowerPoint, then again maximize. Then that's all.
Sir, is my presentation visible?
No.
You are using laptop or mobile?
Sir, I'm using tablet.
Tablet. Okay. Have you tried
Okay.
earlier?
No, sir, no, I haven't tried it. Sir, can you
Yes.
see
Coming.
Now it's okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Financial derivatives.
So good afternoon. Sir, I'll be starting. So good afternoon, everyone. I am Surabhi Tigga, an assistant professor in the Department of Commerce, Ranchi Women's College from Jharkhand. And for the next 4 to 5 minutes, I'll be talking about the basics of financial derivatives. In the words of Benjamin Graham, the essence of investment management is the management of risk, not the management of returns. And John Train has said that the volatility creates opportunities for the careful investors. So, what are the financial derivatives? Financial derivatives are financial instruments whose value depends upon the value of underlying assets. And these can be stocks, bonds, commodities, currencies, and interest rates. Why are they called derivatives? Because their values are derived from the performance of original or underlying assets. So, what are the types of derivatives? There are mainly 4 types of derivatives: futures, forwards, options, and swaps. To understand futures and forwards, let us take an example. There's a corn farmer who fears that the price of corns will fall down at the time of harvesting. There is also a cereal manufacturer who fears that the prices of corns which he uses as raw material will rise in future. Therefore, they come into an agreement to exchange 1,000 bushels of corn for $2 per bushel after a month, thereby mitigating the risk of price fluctuation. So, futures are exchange traded legal agreement between 2 parties to buy or sell a specified quantity or of asset at a predetermined price and date in the future.
And forwards are the same as futures, but are traded over the counter and are customizable. Options. So options are the contracts which provide the right but not the obligation to buy or sell a specified amount at a predetermined price before or at a certain date. Let us take an example. An investor wants to buy Reliance shares in a month but fears that the prices will go up. So he purchases a call option of 1 month at the time of maturity. If the price of Reliance shares is more than option price, then he can exercise call option to buy at a lower rate. Another investor is holder of Reliance shares who anticipates the price will fall down in future. Therefore, he purchases a put option of 1 month. If at the time of maturity, the prices of Reliance shares decreases, he can exercise the put option. So next is swaps. These are made to mitigate the risk in cash flows. I will not go into detail to save the time. So what are the opportunities and challenges of financial derivatives? As opportunities, these can be used for portfolio diversification, risk management, speculation, liquidity, and global participation. Market stability by transferring the risk to those who are willing to bear it. Then customized financial solution for unique financial risks. So what are the challenges? The challenges of financial derivatives are that they are very complex. Risk is levered as amplified returns also means amplified losses. There are also regulatory concerns, and there is also a counterparty risk, especially an over-the-counter derivative. So to conclude, we can say that the financial derivatives are complex financial tools which can help the investors to unlock opportunities to reach higher returns. To close with the words of the great investor Warren Buffett, risk comes from not knowing what you are doing. Therefore, one must approach financial derivatives with knowledge and conscience to turn risks into opportunities for the global financial growth and stability. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your presentation. So you said about regulatory concern, isn't
Yes,
it?
sir.
So can you give any comment regarding the regulatory
Yes,
authority
sir.
in India?
Yes, sir. We have
What should
seen
be what needs to be improved?
we have seen, and during 2008, the financial crisis, in which mortgage-based securities were one of the major contributors. Financial institutions like regulatory bodies like SEBI and all, they make regulations. There continuously new regulations are being made to prevent such happenings.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Next,
thank you, sir.
please. Roll number 22.
Yes, sir, I'm here. Can you hear me, sir? Am I audible?
Yes. So please share your slide.
Yeah, sure, sir. Just give me a moment.
1 second.
Surabhi, I think you have already stopped the sharing.
Yes, sir, I have.
Okay.
Sir, am I audible? And is my screen visible, sir?
Yes. Please go ahead.
Okay, sir. A very good afternoon to one and all present here. And it is indeed a privilege for me to participate in this refresher course. Today, my topic is, I've selected the topic motivation. Because it is not only a very relevant topic for the management people, but it is also a very more relevant topic for us as an individual level also. So that is why I have selected this topic today. Basically, motivation is the urge to do something to achieve certain goals and objectives. Sir, I'm switching off the video just for a minute so that the slides can be moved properly. So basically, motivation is the urge to do something so that certain goals and objectives can be achieved within due time. So basically, motivation is the performance is the combined effect of ability and motivation. Many a times what happens, we have the ability but we lack the motivation, and that hampers our performance. So basically, performance is the combined effect of ability and motivation. So motivation boosts our performance, it gives us a positive working atmosphere, and it helps us in achieving the organizational goals by taking us out from a negative to a positive outlook so that we can achieve improvement. And it is often seen that the motivated employees are more dedicated to work, are more loyal to the organization, which in turn reduces employee turnover and absenteeism. Here there are different theories of motivation. There are many other theories as well, but I will, due to lack of time, I will mostly focus on Maslow's need hierarchy theory. Abraham Maslow proposed this theory in the year 1943, and it is a very popular theory whenever we talk about motivation. Here, Maslow has classified his needs into 5 categories, and he says that as the needs get fulfilled, the employees get more and more motivated. He has depicted the classification of needs in a pyramidical structure. Here we can see the pyramid. At the very bottom level, there are physiological needs: safety, love and belonging, esteem and self-actualization. Now, when we talk about physiological needs, these are the very basic needs which we all need to survive in our daily life. It is like the food, clothing, water, shelter, the very basic things which we need to for survival. So and as we go up the ladder, the next need which Maslow has given us is the safety needs. That is job security, and maybe a safe working environment, a stable source of income, and good physical health. So that is why, because of job security, still we can find that there is a craze for government job. The vaccines which give us some safety from different illness, the insurance schemes which give us protection. So once the safety needs are fulfilled, Maslow has identified the social needs. That is, we are all human beings and we all have our own emotions. So we need some friendship, some affection from our loved and near ones. We need some time with our family and relatives. So that is why we can see that even the big corporate houses nowadays, many a times they are providing work from home facility. Many a times just after the peak season is over, we can see the big corporates throw luxurious corporate parties for their employees. So basically these things cater to the social needs of the employees, and these days we can see there are different cafeterias all open here and there, so that after the work we can just take a small break, we can sit with our friends over a cup of coffee. Then comes the esteem needs. It is the need for some amount of recognition, some amount of self-worth. That is the reason many a times corporate houses give different awards to the employees, like the Employee of the Year award. So that award, the employee showcases to portray his self-worth. Always we can see very often we can see the iPhone users clicking the selfies in front of the mirror where the
conclusion. takeaway message म्हणजे conclusion.
Yes sir.
takeaway मध्ये तुम्ही इथून काय घरी घेऊन जाताय?
Next is the self-actualization needs. This is the very basic. This is the best. This is the very best which.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah. Please try to go for conclusion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So this is the last need which Maslow has identified. This is the very best we can achieve at a point of time. And sometimes, identifying what is the best it sometimes becomes difficult. And Maslow says that these needs come chronologically in the order as I have discussed right now. But many a times we can see that always these needs do not come in order. Many a times we prioritize some other need before the other gets fulfilled. So in spite of being a very popular theory in motivation, Maslow has certain limitations. Like there is lack of empirical evidence. There may be the priority towards needs may vary based on culture. The hierarchy of the needs may not always be followed, and sometimes it becomes very, very difficult to test actualization because we many a times fail to identify what is best for us. There are the other theories also. I'm just skipping the theories due to lack of time. But here, Herzberg has given a hygiene theory where he gives certain hygiene factors and motivational factors. And he says that if hygiene factors and motivational factors both are missing, then the employees are very, very dissatisfied and demotivated. If the hygiene factors are present but motivational factors are missing, employees are not dissatisfied but are not very motivated. And the ideal situation is where hygiene factors and motivational factors both are present, then the employees are satisfied and motivated. This is the best situation. McGregor has given.
Okay, I think that is okay. Thank you. So one question.
I will just end on a positive note, because success is not final, failure is not fatal, and it is the courage to continue that counts. And for the courage to continue, we need to be motivated. And here I end on a positive note. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. So I would like to know that in your institute, for the students, what do you have any activity to motivate them for their
yes, sir.
career
Yes.
development?
Yes, sir. Many a times we try to arrange different academic activities. Like many a times we have, as we are running a management course, we have arranged for some special soft skill classes for them by bringing in special experts to give them some lecture. Many a times we try to give them some practical assignments as internal, so that they can relate to management theory and practice. They have internship program where they can relate the theory with the corporate house, and different cultural activities also they perform, and where we try to support them as far as practicable. So this is how we try to keep our students motivated as future managers.
Thank you so much. So you can stop sharing your slide
Sure,
now.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Next, roll number 23, Santanu. Roll number 23, Santanu.